Hi everyone, welcome back to Farrah's Dolls and Collectibles, and in today's video I wanted to share with you my February, I know it's late, my February doll and book haul. I'm including books in this because books is another thing that I like to collect, and I just wanted to share with you in case any of you guys like to read or like books or enjoy collecting books. I'm just going to throw them at the end, so if you're not interested you can always check out sooner. But anyway, let's get started with the doll purchases. And I think I did better than I usually do in terms of my doll buying. It's more focused this time, which is great. So let's get started. The first thing I have is technically not a doll, but it's a pop, and I don't usually ever collect pops, but I like collecting anything that is 80s themed. So the only other one I actually have, you can see it right there, is my Rainbow Bright pop that I got a few years ago. And then I saw this She-ra one come on Amazon, and I was like, ooh, I definitely want to get her because I feel like she came out before and I missed her, and then she was overpriced. So I'm really happy to have a She-ra pop now, and I don't have plans to get any more, but if I see any more cute 80s style cartoons that are in pop form, I probably will start a tiny little collection of those. Famous last words, of course. Okay, so the next thing that I want to show you guys are the two Fashionistas I bought in the month of February. And I might have bought more, I just can't remember. And I did a bunch of Fashionistas in my February Black Doll fashion show. So maybe I bought some then, I don't remember. But I definitely bought her during the month of February. This is one of the Asian facial sculpts that came out, and I really thought her dress was cute, and I just really wanted to get more Asian sculpt Barbies. So I got her. And then the other one I got was him. And I have somebody similar to him, but I really, really like this face mold, and I thought he was cute. So I definitely picked him up. And I think as far as getting anybody else from this line, yeah, I think I'm done. The only one I think I want is the Ken, the wheelchair Ken, because he's made to move. So he'll be being a body donor for somebody. All right, let's see. And then the last Barbie I purchased, so that's really good. Only 3 Barbies purchased in February. That's a record. I finally found the last Barbie extra doll that I wanted to collect, and it's this one with the beautiful, beautiful unicorn magic hair. I really like her. And so I'm done with this collection. The only one I didn't get was her because I saw some sort of negative reviews about her quality, her hair quality, and I just haven't been able to find any with really good faces, so I probably won't get her. But there is a new Fashionista coming out right here that looks similar that I want to sort of use in place for her. Okay, I totally lied. I got 3 more Barbies. So I continued on my Birthstone collection, and I got the March Birthstone Barbie collection doll. And this again has 3 different choices, and she was my favorite for this month. I just really liked the combination of blonde hair with the aqua color dress. So I got her. And then I got, this is the Barbie Birthstone Beauties collection. I got the Caucasian one. And I also got the beautiful African American one. So I'm all set for March. I'm working on February now. I just love these. Now the next collection I'm trying to finish off is my Rainbow High. I can't resist these. They're so cute, and they come with so many fun clothes, and some of them fit Barbie. So this is the last one in the first wave that I needed to get. So I got Avery Styles and her fashion set. And I just really, really liked this whole set, and I'm glad to have this one in my collection. My daughters really love these too, so this is a collection that we share. And then I also got the, what's her name? I just can't remember these names off the top of my head. Hart. She was another one that I wanted to get. So this is moving on to wave 2, I believe, and I found her at Target. She's really cute. And the only reason they're still in their boxes is because I was just waiting to do this haul video. And then the last one I got was Karma Nichols, the lime green one. And she's beautiful as well. I really liked her. So the only ones left that I need to get from wave 2, and then I hope they don't make any for a while so I can have a break, is I need to get this one, the boy, and this one. So those three are the last on my list, and then I'll be all caught up. And I'm not collecting the cheerleader ones because it's too much for me. I just do too many collections. Okay, so that's actually it for the dolls. So I hope you enjoyed that part of it. If you want to stick around for my book haul, that is kind of a lot bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and start you off with that. And please let me know if you've read any of these books or you know any of these authors. I would love to know, because as of this year, I really just got re-inspired to start reading again. And books, I used to read so much back when I was younger. And then once I had kids and I started working full time, it just got pushed to the side. I didn't make it a priority as much. But now I just feel this sort of like this new inspiration to start reading again and to really start enjoying that part of my life that I used to really enjoy. So of course, since I'm a collector, once a collector, always a collector, you know, you kind of, even if you shift genres that you collect, I feel like I'm always going to be collecting something. It just brings me so much happiness. It triggers some part of my brain that needs to be fulfilled, I guess. So the first batch of books I got from my local thrift store. So these were all like 25 cents or so. I think I got like 10 books for $2 or something. So the first one I got was a book called Leverage in Death by J.D. Robb, and this is part of the In Death series. J.D. Robb is also the same author as Nora Roberts. She just uses a different name for this. And this is a huge series that I wanted to start, and I don't even know what number book this is in the lineup, but there's like 40 to 50 books. So I'm just, as I see them in the flea market or the thrift shop, I'm just purchasing a used copy so that I have it down the line. Next, I found at the thrift store the Jurassic Park paperback by Michael Crichton, which I've always wanted to read this. I loved all the movies, so I'm hoping to get to this book as well. And then I found these two cute Christmas books. This is called The Christmas Shoes by Donna VanLiere. I don't know if I said that right. And then also by the same author is The Christmas Blessing. And another thing about me is that I am a Christmas freak. I love Christmas. I got introduced to Hallmark Christmas movies this year, and my daughter and I would sit and watch one every night, and it was so much fun, and it's so cozy. I celebrate Christmas. I love Christmas. So anytime I see a Christmas themed book, I'm probably going to pick it up and read it. And I'd be happy to read those right now in February. Another one that I got that I thought was really cool, I think this is, it's a memoir, an autobiography by Agathe von Trapp. And it's Memories Before and After the Sound of Music. So The Sound of Music is one of my favorite movies. And I am excited to read this and just see what it's about. Kind of like the story behind The Sound of Music. And this is like brand new, basically. That's what I love, the thrift store. I also got the book called Buddha, The Story of Enlightenment. This is by Deepak Chopra, I always want to put a K in there, and I love reading books about Buddhism. As you're going to see from this pile, I read everything. Definitely an omnivore when it comes to reading. And so I've read a couple books about Buddha, some written by the Dalai Lama, and I just thought this would be really fun to read as well. So I'll be reading that at some point. Next, I found this copy of The Book Thief. I've never read this. This is by Marcus Zusak, if I said that right. But I've heard like tons of great things about this one as well, so I figured I'll just grab it, 25 cents, why not, you know? Hopefully I'll get to that. Also, I got another sort of spiritual book called You Are the Universe, Discovering Your Cosmic Self and Why It Matters. And this is also by Deepak Chopra and Menas Kafatos. Both, one's a doctor, one's a PhD, and I'm really into this stuff, so hopefully I'll enjoy reading that. And then I found this book, which is really cool. This is called The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. And I did a similar financial freedom program a few years ago by someone else, but I've always heard really good things about Dave Ramsey, especially in terms of getting yourself out of debt. And I thought this was a great find at the thrift store for a couple bucks. So I only have a little bit of debt left to go, so I'm hoping to really crush it out, and hopefully I'll find some new tips in here. Okay, so that is flea market thrift store. The next batch of books I got are from a book discount website. So I can't remember which one I used specifically for each of these, but it would have been either Book Depository or abesbooks.com. So this is a website where you can purchase used books for really, really cheap. And so I got a bunch from them. The first one is the start of another series I wanted to start. This is a side Changeling series. So it's like paranormal romance, I guess. And the author is Nalini Singh. And the first book is called Slave to Sensation. Awful title, awful cover. I mean, not totally awful cover, but you know what I mean, cheesy. And this, I've heard really good things about this series, so I'm excited to start that. Another one sort of in that realm, this is an urban fantasy, and this is by Ilona Andrews, and it's called Magic Bites, and this is the first book in a series that's kind of referred to as the Kate Daniels series. So again, I've heard excellent things about this series. This series actually is done, so I like to try to read series sometimes that are completed so that if I like them, I don't have to wait between books. So the next book, I just got this on a recommendation. I don't really know what it's about, but it's a series of essays. This is, I think, literary fiction versus nonfiction. I'm not totally sure, but this is called The Givenness of Things, Essays by Marilyn Robinson. And if you guys are familiar with a book called The Gilead, that was pretty famous or popular, she is the same author as that. So I wanted to just try out her short stories and see if I would like it. Gilead is on my list too, but I'm sorry, there are so many birds outside my window. I just keep looking at them. So yeah, excited to give that a try. I also got, and these books that I'm mentioning were $5 and less, most of them. Next, I got another nonfiction book called All the Single Ladies by Rebecca Traister. Unmarried Women and the Rise of an Independent Nation. So I thought this would be really, really interesting to read as well, especially we're in March now. We just had International Women's History Day. International Women's Day, maybe it's officially called. And I was just really interested in this. You know, women for so long have been expected to have certain roles in life and to get married and to have kids and sort of fulfill that part. But there are so many amazing and important women who never got married, never had kids, but they just went on to do incredible things. So I'm really excited to read this book by her. Okay, I've heard of this author, but I've never read anything by her, but I feel inspired to start reading. And this is Agatha Christie. You guys have probably heard of her, but this is the first book, I think, in her Hercule Poirot series, and this is called The Mysterious Affair at Styles. So I'm excited to get into this series as well. Another Agatha Christie book I got was and this is not part of a series, this is just a standalone novel that she had, and this is called And Then There Were None. So again, I'm intrigued by this author, and I want to read all her books. Okay, next I got this book. This is called The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert, and I've heard really good things about this as well, and the cover's beautiful. This is, I think it's a YA fantasy. I'm not totally sure of the genre or what it's about, but it was highly recommended, and I saw it for like $3, and it was in such beautiful condition. I thought I'd grab it. Next, I got another book in the J.D. Robb In Death series, which is what I talked about in the first book that I showed, and this is actually the first 2 books in one book. So again, Nora Roberts, technically, and her giant In Death series. So I got the first 2 books, so I can get started on this right away. All right, next I got, I'm going to save that for my collection area. And this one too. Okay, so the last book that I got from my discount book websites is a book called The Valley of Horses by Jean M. Owl. So this is a series that starts out with the Clan of the Cave Bear. And this is a huge nostalgic series for me because I read it when I got home from college and I had nothing to do, and my mom gave me the Clan of the Cave Bear and said that she read it when she was younger and she really, really liked it. So I had decided to read that series at the time, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, the last book or 2 I didn't really care for that much, but the story in general I loved. So this is just a replacement copy of a paperback I already had that was literally in 2 pieces. So I just got a cheap copy just to have, because that's a series that I like to reread. All right, so lastly, I'm going to show you the books I got that are in a collection that I'm doing. I lied. Okay, one more book. This is a book I read during Black History Month called Stamped from the Beginning, The Definitive History of Racist Ideas in America by Ibram X. Kendi. And this is a nonfiction book. And basically it's split up into 5 different sections which focus on a different historical political figure that helped shape not the Black Lives Matter movement, but the advances in the treatment of Black people in the United States. And I originally got this book from the library as an audiobook, and I would listen to it while I was working or while I was doing housework and stuff. And it was so good. It's sad, it's heartbreaking, and it's disgusting how far back racist ideas go and how far back they originated and how it's still so prevalent in our country now. Even though I'm not personally doing it, I do understand that each of us has our own sort of subconscious racial bias, and I'm just interested in learning more about that. So I highly recommend this book. I thought it was excellent. I liked it so much that I got a paper copy, and I really want to sort of dig into it and read a little bit here now and then just to keep learning and to keep educating myself on that. All right, so next I got a couple books to go into a collection that I'm doing. So the first one is another Agatha Christie book. This is one of her most famous books. This is called The Murder on the Orient Express. And this is a copy that is called it's part of her facsimile collection. So facsimile means that they reproduced it in the original cover artwork, and the type is also like that sort of old-fashioned typewriter-y type. So I just thought this was really pretty. It was only a couple dollars on the used bookstore website, so I picked that up. And I know I'm going to love this. This is one of her most highly loved books. And then I also got my first book in a collection called the Everyman's Library Collection. And this is called The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro. I think I said that right. And I have just heard amazing things about this book. And so I'm really interested and excited to read that. Okay, and my last collection that I started, actually I'll show you this one first because I don't really know what collection this is from, but I picked up a copy of Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, and this is the 150th anniversary edition, if you can see that. And I thought it was a beautiful copy. I don't have any copies of Little Women. I remember reading it when I was younger and I loved it, and I want to read it to my daughters. So I thought I would go ahead and get a copy that I really liked, just to sort of look nice on the bookshelves. And this is a look at what the end pages look like. The spine, or the pages themselves, are just white, very smooth. Here's a look at the spine. It comes with no, it does not come with a ribbon. That's okay. But here's a look at what it looks like open. It does somewhat stay open as you hold it open. I don't know if that makes sense or not. And I'm just excited to have this. I don't know what edition it is though. Little brown edition. All right, the other collection I'm starting is the Barnes & Noble's Classic Leatherbound collection. And I wanted to start out by just getting the children's classics because these are ones that I would like to read with my daughters while they still let me read to them. And the first one is Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. And this cover is beautiful. It has silver foiling and beautiful colors. Here's a look at the spine. And then the back of the book has a little quote. Each back has a quote from the book. The end pages has this artwork in it. Look at it. She looks so pissed. And it comes with, the pages are silver, gilded. I think that's the term used for it. It comes with a pale yellow satin ribbon as a placeholder, and then there's another example of some of the illustrations that are throughout the book. So yay, I'm excited to add this to my collection and to read that. And none of these I've read, so they are going to be read at some point. Next is A Little Princess. This is by Frances Hodgson Burnett. I've never read this one. I haven't really heard of this one either. It wasn't on my radar when I was looking through books. I'm like, oh, what's that one? So here's a look at the spine, beautiful, and the back cover. It has this gorgeous gold foiling, and then the pages are gold gilded. And then it also comes with a placeholder, another pale yellow ribbon. Here's a look at the end papers, which are pretty. And then it also has illustrations throughout. Some of the illustrations are these beautiful, beautiful artworks. Beautiful. So that's that one. And then I also got a copy of The Little Mermaid by Hans Christian Andersen, The Little Mermaid and Other Fairy Tales. And this has the silver, beautiful foiling. Here's a look at the spine and the back. And then the pages are silver gilded. It has a light blue ribbon inside. Here's a look at the end pages, the end papers. And then this, let's see what the illustrations are. Again, we have the plates there, but it also has some drawn illustrations as well. So that's beautiful. These are all of these I purchased on Barnes & Noble's website, and they were about $10 each. Then lastly, I got a copy of Beauty and the Beast and Other Classic Fairy Tales. And I love Beauty and the Beast. I'm a huge Disney fan also, if you couldn't tell. And then here's a look at the spine. And this is a little bit bigger than the other ones. So this was a little more. This was $25. And then here's a look at the cover, the back, and this has the silver foiling, silver end pages, and then it has a light blue ribbon placeholder as well. And this is my favorite part. Look at those gorgeous end papers. Oh, it looks like a meadow of my dreams that I would sit and relax, and it's so beautiful. Ooh, that nice crisp sound. So I like these because they stay open when you have them open, so that when you're reading them, they sort of maintain their place. I really like that. Ooh, that crunch. I like that. And then the spine itself is nice. The pages are sewn in as opposed to glued in. So it feels pretty sturdy. So that is all. That's a lot of stuff. I spent $1 million this month. So yeah, we're doing great on that debt busting that I mentioned earlier. But you know, I had gift cards. I had gift cards from Christmas, and I don't know why we need to explain to each other why we spend so much money. We just do. I mean, I don't buy anything else. Like, look how I'm dressed. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you didn't mind that I included the books in there. Maybe someday I'll do a separate channel for books and reading if I have a good response to it. I don't know if I want to start from scratch with another YouTube channel. But I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and thank you to anybody new that's here. Welcome. I hope you enjoy the channel. And yeah, we'll talk to you next time. I'll see you later. Bye.